Here's a story that might raise some eyebrows at first glance. An XRP community member claims their wallet hit them with a whopping 10,000 XRP transaction fee. Sounds shocking, right? But let's unpack this. Right off the bat, let me say, yes, something happened. There's a claim, and naturally the initial fear is, what if this was malicious? Turns out it wasn't. It was just a bug. But here's the kicker. While the 10-0 figure grabs attention, there's actually something even more fascinating about this incident, at least in my humble opinion. Stick around and you'll see why. Let me break it down for you. I'll dive into things in order a bit later, but there's something I find way more intriguing than that. Here's the kicker. After digging through all the details I could uncover, I'm not worried about this particular wallet at all. I'll share why in just a second, but first let me be upfront. I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice, and you definitely shouldn't make any buying or selling decisions based on what I say here. So let's jump in. Here's a headline straight out of Crypto Drama Central. XRPL Labs founder and Ripple CTO, yes, the one and only David Schwartz, respond to a claim about a jaw-dropping 10,000 XRP summon fee. Let's break this down. A user says they were hit with a fee of 10-0 XRP. At today's price of over $2.00 per XRP, that's more than $20.00 for a single transaction. Seriously, what? That's not normal, right? Here's the scoop. Clint Borner, co-founder and CTO of ARK Institute, sounded the alarm after his Summon wallet, formerly Exium, slapped him with what appeared to be an outrageously high fee during an attempt to swap PLR tokens for XRP. He posted screenshots and wrote 10,000 XRP summon service fee. I hope this is a rare edge case, but putting out the bat signal so others are aware. Long story short, everyone's talking and even Schwartz chimed in. Stay tuned as this unfolds. Because $21,000 is 0 cents fees. Yeah, nobody's got time for that. Swapping my PLR for XRP today came with an unwelcome surprise. My wallet got hit with a massive 10-0 XRP summon service fee. Yikes. I've reached out to Summon support and I'm still waiting for an update. For now, I'd suggest being extra cautious, or better yet, holding off on using Summon. On top of that, I have Pro, and my other wallet was charged the usual 0.09 XRP fee, which shouldn't have happened either. Something feels off today. Oh, and just to clarify, this didn't actually go through. Got some screen grabs to prove it. Definitely a strange day in crypto land. So he said he was charged 10,000 XRP, but let's pause for a second. Does it count as a charge if the transaction fails? Is that really a charge? I'm not so sure. Think about it. If someone tries to grab cash from my wallet or run my credit card, but it doesn't go through, I wouldn't say they charged me. I'd probably say they tried to. See where I'm going with this? The terminology here could use a little tweak. It makes it sound like they actually got the 10-0 XRP when they didn't. And hey, the failed transaction even shows up as failed. So let's call it what it is, an attempt, not a charge. And the transaction failed because the sending account tried to transfer more XRP than it actually had available, excluding the reserve, of course. Makes sense, right? And yeah, the sender later admitted it didn't go through, though that acknowledgement popped up in another post, not this one. Honestly, it's a bit of a strange way to phrase things, but hey, it's worth pointing out. If something like this happens, like, wow, 10,000 XRP, it's totally fair to call attention to it. We can all agree on that, right? That's what makes the XRP community awesome. We've got each other's backs. So what's the real story here? Let's dig a little deeper and break it down. Wynn, the mastermind behind XRP Labs and the driving force behind Summon, stepped in to address Borner's concerns in style. He shed light on what seemed like an eye-popping 10,000 XRP fee, explaining it wasn't a fee at all. It was a safeguard. This impossible requirement was designed to block the transaction entirely. Why? Because the payload in question was tied to an attempt to exchange a jaw-dropping 100 billion XRP. Wind revealed that this massive figure triggered a hard limit in the system's backend, a built-in safety net. To ease the community's minds, he confirmed they've updated the backend to prevent extreme payloads like this from third-party developers moving forward. So what's all the buzz about? Well, this is it. Here's the screen I mentioned earlier. I typed the transaction hash into XRP scan, and this is what came up. If you click on the invoice ID and select view transaction, you'll see there's 100 billion XRP. Now, here's something interesting, unless you're new, in which case, welcome. You probably already know this. The maximum supply of XRP was originally set at 100 billion, but guess what? That number doesn't even exist anymore. As of today, the total supply is estimated at around 99.986 billion, according to Live Coin Watch. Why? Because XRP is deflationary. With every single transaction, a tiny bit gets burned. And over the last decade, those burns have added up. So we're actually looking at 99.986 billion, not 100 billion. That raises the question, why was this person attempting to transact such a huge amount? Enter Crypto Queen, a well-known voice in the community who chimed in with an explanation for Clint. She pointed out that it seems the entire ledger was accidentally executed in one transaction, which explains the massive fee. Crypto Queen also urged everyone to consider the bigger picture before jumping to conclusions. This wallet, she explained, has been a reliable supporter of the XRP Ledger for over a decade. Spreading misinformation only creates unnecessary drama and distracts from meaningful conversations. I'll be honest, I've never used this particular wallet myself, but everyone I know has nothing but great things to say about it. Crypto Queen's claim that it's been around for 10 years might be true, but hey, I could be off. The thing is, I've never had a reason to switch. My XRP just sits there. I'm not a trader. I don't dive into meme coins and I steer clear of the hype. I'm the classic buy and hold type. My XRP doesn't budge. It's just how I roll. I've stuck to self-custody and haven't explored much else since then. Years ago, I started dollar cost averaging into XRP, transferring it to my wallets as I went. And that's pretty much been my system ever since. Simple and straightforward. Honestly, I've never had an issue, nor have I heard of anyone experiencing something like this before. And to be frank, I'm not even remotely worried. It feels like a one-off situation, a fluke. Actually, I think I have Wynn's response here. Yep, found it. He addressed it directly, saying it was just a bug. The transaction never went through because it was intentionally set at an amount that couldn't ever be fulfilled. So no, it wouldn't have gone through. It was designed not to. Of course, they would have refunded it. It didn't even go through. He's just explaining a hypothetical scenario, a rare and unlikely event where it actually might have. If that had happened, they'd simply refund it. And honestly, I believe him. Think about it. If something like that occurred due to a system glitch and he didn't fix it, he'd destroy his platform's credibility. Why risk that? He's clearly a trusted figure in the XRP community and acts in good faith. I just can't picture him behaving that way. And if he did, every major account in the XRP community would be all over it. There's no way that's happening. I'm not worried in the slightest. This isn't some major disaster. It's a rare edge case scenario. Honestly, I'm still scratching my head over why there were 100 billion XRP in there to begin with. A few people pointed this out to me. I mean, maybe he's addressed it already. I just haven't come across it. I dug through his replies, but couldn't find anything. So I'm still not entirely sure what the reasoning was. That said, the issue has been resolved. It turned out to be a rare edge case, and now everything's running smoothly. If I were in the market for a wallet, honestly, even though I haven't personally used this one, I wouldn't hesitate to give it a try. The creator is a well-respected figure in the XRP community, someone who has been around for ages and consistently operated in good faith. This was clearly an outlier situation. Even David Schwartz, one of the creators of XRP and the XRP Ledger, chimed in. He explained that this was simply an unusual edge case. The code wasn't built to handle. The issue's been fixed, and that's that. No drama, no lingering problems. It's done and dusted. This is truly a first. After all these years, nothing like this has ever come up before, but hey, that's technology for you. Unexpected things happen. Here's the thing. I've always believed, even beyond crypto, that the true measure of a great company isn't whether they avoid mistakes entirely, which, let's be real, every good company messes up now and then. What matters is how they handle it. A great company owns up, steps up, and fixes it with integrity. They don't shy away. They act like grown-ups, making sure their customers are cared for and their values stay intact. That's exactly what I've seen from Witty Wind. Frankly, there's no reason to fear this situation at all. It's just not logical. It's actually fascinating to witness something so unprecedented. I've never seen anything quite like this before, but that's just my 2 cents. Honestly, there's nothing here to be afraid of, and I wanted to put that out there. So about that whole transacting with the entire ledger thing, what's up with that? Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe there is a legit reason for it, or maybe not. I haven't used that wallet myself, so there could be something unique going on there. Anyway, just thought I'd put it out there since it's been making the rounds in the news. But hey, no need to panic. You're not going to wake up one day and magically lose 10,000 XRP just because you use the Summon wallet. That's just not how things work. Everything's fine, really. Oh, and a quick reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything just because of what I say or write. Seriously, that would be a terrible idea.